Hey, so good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this membership discovery series with the American Public Health Association. So we're going to hear from two representatives from APHA today. If you're not familiar, CUNY provides free memberships to all of our students. So if you're taking advantage of that, great. APHA is a great resource for networking, career opportunities, and just gaining insight on current public health matters. I myself am a member of APHA and went to the conference when I was in grad school. So it's definitely a great team and association to be a part of. So with that being said, I'm going to hand it over to our friends from APHA. If you do have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and there will also be time for Q&A at the end of the presentation.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Damon McWilliams. I am the Director of Membership Services at APHA. I'm joined by my colleague, Marsha Brome-Wimberly. She is membership specialist at APHA. She handles all our customer service and along with our school-sponsored programming, along with other things. So we just want to give you a quick overview of APHA. I know some of you may be members and may not, may be members or considering joining. Just to let you know, we have a wealth of information available for all ages, wherever you are in your studies or your career. So just want to start off with giving you a quick little overview. You know, APHA, we just celebrated last year our 150th anniversary. So you can imagine APHA has seen a lot in the last 150 years, dealing with public health. The mission of APHA is basically to improve the health of the public and achieve health equity. And our vision is to create the healthiest nation in one generation. I know that's a mouthful, but we cater to all things public health. And when I go over a little later about the section and stuff, you'll kind of see the breadth of all the areas of knowledge that we cover. So some of our advocacy priorities for this year, of course, we still was dealing with a lot of COVID priorities over the last couple of years, but as we've kind of come out of the pandemic, we refocused on, continuing to strengthen the overall field of public health, uphold the Affordable Care Act, dealing with climate change, gun violence, reproductive health. So a lot of our advocacy, like I said, we spend a lot of time and energy on Capitol Hill, dealing with politicians and advocating on the national and local level for public health rights and issues. A few of our key initiatives that we do yearly, we have some called National Public Health Week. We have that each April. It's a week long worth of celebrations and activities. We also have a Speak for Health campaign, and we have a Get Ready campaign, which was very relevant during the pandemic as far as, getting prepared and ready for pandemics or any type of outbreaks. So those are just three little initiatives that we do yearly. Our big flagship meeting, which Maya alluded to earlier that she attended, is our annual meeting. This year it will be held in Atlanta, November 12th through 15th. We get approximately 12 to 13,000 people attending this event, with nearly 1,000 sessions, probably like 300-400 exhibitors, several parties. We'll be going to the aquarium this year as one of the activities. So it's just a lot. It's a great networking event and educational event. If you're for the public health field, the people you meet and your connections at this meeting are everlasting. So if you can't make it this year, I advise you, in the upcoming years to definitely consider attending. I think next year, Marsha, do you remember what next year? I think is Minneapolis, I believe.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah, and I think we're in DC.
The following year.
The following year, yeah. So but it's a list of them on the apha.org/annual meeting. I think they have like the upcoming ones listed. So now I'm going to go a few benefits. As a member, we have an award-winning American Journal of Public Health, AJPH. You can see that in the bottom left corner. That is a monthly magazine that we produce. And I think students get online access to that and early career professionals. It is in print currently, but this is the last year it will be in print. We'll be going completely digital starting next year because the cost of printing is skyrocketed. So and it's better for the we don't use many trees publishing that. We also have a Nation's Health, which is a monthly newspaper that all members get and sent to them in the mail, and it's available online as well, which has a lot of current events and issues concerning the public health sector. Also, we have a plethora of books on our APHA bookstore. Members receive a discount. Was it 10 or 20% members receive a discount for books? You can check that out on the website as well. We also have a e-newsletter that goes out every few weeks. And then we have a few newsletters that go up about legislative updates, and they go out periodically based on what's going on in the environment. Some of the professional development, I mentioned the annual meeting. Like I said, that's where you can get a wealth of information. A lot of classes and sessions occur at annual meeting. We also have a public health career mart that provides a lot of job openings across the country. We always have about 200 to 300 jobs always open on that center. You can also set up a job alert. So anything that meets your criteria, they will be sent directly to your inbox for you to receive alerts on job openings that interest you. And we have several continuing education programs that you can find on our website that runs the gamut in the different sectors across public health. A little more about the Career Mart. Like I was saying, that you can set up job alerts. There's several jobs up there all the time. It has career tips. We also have some resume writing you can purchase, and career coaching and reference checking. So like I said, some great tools on the public health career mart. Also, I know the deadline says March 31st, 2023, but I just wanted to bring this to your attention that each year we do a call for abstracts for people, students, professionals that want to present their abstract at the annual meeting. So usually the call for abstract goes out, I want to say late in the year, early in the year, but the deadline is usually like late March. And we get thousands of submissions each year. And we have a whole committee that, weeds through the submissions and pick the best. And a few hundred people are selected each year to present their abstract at the annual meeting. So definitely stay tuned for more information for that. You can find that like inside public health and emails, or you can always go onto the website apha.org/annual meeting to get updates and when the call for submissions goes out. And like I said, once again, the annual meeting, just some highlights. Like I said, we have 12,000 plus attendees each year. We have over 1,000 scientific sessions. Over here it says over 500 exhibitors. Then like I said, just a wealth of information at the annual meeting. Some of the other member benefits, we have something called Big Interview. We have something called Savvy, which I'll go into a little later. But we also can find discounts on university programs, even shipping, car rentals, a lot of member perks for being a member of APHA. You can find that under the membership tab on the APHA website under special member savings. You will need to be logged on to get the actual details. You can see it under member perks, but if you want to actually utilize the actual savings, you will need to be signed into your profile. And I see some stuff coming up in the chat, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, oh, thank you, Marsha. Marsha on point as usual. All right, so let me carry on. Oops. All right, so one of the great member benefits of being a member of APHA is big interview once again. So I know a lot of you are, students, but you will be entering into your career soon, and it's very important, to have that training to be interviewed. Big interview actually had video training where you actually go one-on-one with a person, and videos. They actually have resume design and building that has a template where you actually dump in your information and it'll create a layout and suggested text for your resume. It is a great, it's worth the membership alone, and you get your membership free. So you definitely should take advantage of Big Interview. The link, I don't know if Marsha dumped it. Can you see if you can find the link and dump that in the chat as well? And it's a special one. It's I think it's Big Interview / APHA, something along those lines. But like I said, that alone is worth the cost of admission to APHA. So I advise you to take advantage of that. Also, Savvy, I know many of you probably have college loans. Either have them now or and when it comes to time to pay them back, Savvy provides you information on the best avenues to pay them back, to find companies with low interest rates. And it's a small fee. You actually, I think we need to update this. It says save 65% on the tool. I think it's more like save 33%, but it's still a very small fee. Either way, to be able to save and understand the best way to save money on your college loans. Some more benefits are our professional communities. Our main one is a brand new tool that we launched about a year ago called APHA Lead. It's an online community that houses over 200 communities. So you'll be with 26,000 of your closest public health peers. One of the new things we recently launched earlier this year was called Mentor Match. And we have several hundred mentors waiting to be matched up with mentees. And as you know, mentorship is very invaluable, especially this time of your lives, early in your career. I'm in my late 40s and I still have a mentor to this day. So, mentors are very valuable. And like I said, and you'll be able to access mentors within the public health field that has years and years of knowledge. It's a member directory also in it, along with a events calendar. It's a very cool tool, a lot of information in it. And you can set up to get daily digest or for any of the communities that you join. To get a recap of what people are talking about. Most people don't do real time. Your inbox might be a little flooded depending on what community you're in. But like I said, Lead has a lot of information specific to the public health sector. And I don't know if any of you are already members or not, so I don't know if I should go through this correctly. Can I get an idea of how many? Raise your hands on how many people actually members and see if it's worth me going through this right now. Or if anybody needs to know how to actually access Lead. Okay. So I'll run through this quickly. So if you go into lead.apha.org, you click on the sign in button on the top right-hand side of the page. And from there, you will log in using the same login information that you would use to log into apha.org. The same information. So once you log into that, you'll come to a profile, your home profile page, where you can personalize it with your picture. You'll be able to renew your membership through there. You can update your sections. You'll get a news feed of different communities that you're a member of. Then you can click through to those specific communities. If you need to update the information on your sections or profiles, you can go back into apha.org. It'll lead you to that, and you can update any of your information, your contact information, anything like that within your profile. But yeah, that's pretty much it, Felita. It's pretty easy to access and utilize. But like I said, we'll give you our emails later. And if you ever have any more questions and need help accessing it, we'll be happy to help you. So APHA member, like I said, we have over 26,000 members, and those members are divided into 33 sections. Each APHA member can join up to 2 sections for free, and then you can join a 3rd section for an additional fee of, I believe, it's $15. But you definitely get 2 sections with your membership. And also, since many of you are students, you're already a part of the student assembly. So technically will get 2-3 sections free. I implore you to definitely join your sections. We have a lot of members. I think the last count was about 2,000 to 3,000 of our members are not affiliated with a section because they just don't know what their interests are at this time. But even if you're not sure, I advise you to please join at least one section, definitely one section. From this page, you can see all the different interest areas of the sections. And so, like I said, you can join 2 of these sections. If you really want a 3rd one, you can definitely pay the $15 to join a 3rd section. But as you see, it runs the gamut of all the areas of public health. I think our largest one is epidemiology. It probably has about 4,000 members in that section. But like I said, you can find some more information on the website. And like I said, I'll show you in a second how to add the sections if you do not currently have it, if you're currently not joined to one. We also have 5 forums. They're not quite sections, but they are areas of interest. I mean, the only difference is that, sections actually have funding. They have funding to actually carry out different events and webinars and stuff. Forums are a little not official groups, so to speak, but they do provide a lot of wealth information. And like I said, even with these sections and the forums, there are a lot of networking and mentors that can be found in these groups. And even if you just join and if you have questions, you can pose them within the groups. And APHA members are great about, providing information to the members. And we also have what we call caucuses. And as you see, it's a whole a lot of areas of interest of different caucuses. And like I said, they're not quite sections. They kind of, I would say, loosely run. They're not official groups, which don't get official funding. So a lot of their funds come from fundraising. But like I said, the work they do is great. Like I said, this is another way to find your tribe within the public health sector. So real quick, if you do not know how to add a section to your profile, you will go to apha.org. You would log in at the top right. As you can see from the second screenshot, is your email and whatever password you started. Once you log in, you'll see your name at the top right, and it'll say My APHA. It'll be a drop down with My APHA. Update your contact information, which you can feel free to do at any time. And then it's another tab that is called Update Sections. You would click on that, and there, as you see right there on the screenshot on the right, You can select section 1, you can section 2 both included. So on drop down, you will see the 33 sections that I referenced earlier. You can select 2, you can change at any time during your membership. And once you are enrolled in a section, then you will be able to access those communities within LEAD, and then you can also access. You'll start getting newsletters and stuff from those sections. But like I said, anytime you can go back in and change your sections, and you can also add a third section for $15 if you really want a third section. Real quick, I talked about this a little earlier about the student assembly. This is technically not a section, but it is a grouping of APHA membership. And they have over 7,000 members. It's actually our largest group in APHA, student assembly. So if you have a student membership, you are automatically included in the student assembly. They have a national student meeting that occurs the day before annual meeting kicks off. So of course it'll be the Saturday at annual meeting. I know during COVID they had the meeting available through Zoom. I'm not sure. I think it might just be only in person this year. But like I said, you can get more information on the student assembly page about that. They have specific scientific sessions. They offer scholarships to attend annual meeting. They also do a nice speed mentoring event at the annual meeting, and they have their own social, and it's quite the party. And I think me and Marcia crashed with a few other colleagues crashed the party. So if you ever attend one of those, we'll be the old people in the room enjoying the festivities. With I want to say open bar and a lot of activities. Last year, was it last year or the year before last, they had karaoke and different things. So it's a real good social event. A little more about National Student Day. It's a full day in person. Yeah, it's a Saturday for annual meeting. Like I said, it's a small fee to attend, but like I said, that's when you are around your other fellow student peers at the meeting, building that network. Like I said, I'm very big on building a network, because a networking life lasts a lifetime, especially in the public health sector. And like just to talk a little more about the different awards and scholarships they offer each year through Student Assembly. Also, they have a campus liaison. I don't know if you have a campus liaison at SUNY. I imagine you do. And I'm not exactly sure who that is. Marsha, do you know if they have a campus liaison?
For CUNY,
Maya or CUNY, does CUNY have one?
For our School of Public Health, we don't have one yet, but that is
Okay.
something that we are working on. If anyone is interested attending here today, we'll have that information for you.
Okay, great. So yes, campus liaison, just bringing awareness to APHA. It's kind of direct connect to your campus, so you're aware of all the benefits that APHA offer. So if you're interested in that, you can contact the campus liaison at aphastudents.org. You can contact Maya, contact me or Marcia, and we will connect you if you have any interest. And these are some of the contacts for the Student Assembly. Chair at aphastudents.org. The campus liaison one I said earlier, then also membership. Then they also have a Twitter and Facebook page as well available. So you can see all the happenings in the Student Assembly. Now, I know you're still students right now, but eventually you will not be students. And so we have another membership category that's offered at a discounted rate, which is called Early Career Professional Member category. And this category is geared more towards recent graduates that are trying to get into the field. We have a lot of career development and training within this category that we offer exclusively to ECP members. I want to say, like last week, we had a webinar on networking. We do some events at annual meeting, a lot of resume building, just a lot of stuff built around catering to the early career professional. We have their own community within Lee. When I mentioned that we have over 200 communities, ECPs have their own exclusive community. They have exclusive webinars on different professional topics. And like I said, we have our own special events at annual meeting. Also, like I said, they ECP members still get the benefits of membership as far as like big interview and savvy, access to the Public Career Center, all the other benefits that APHA members take advantage of or have access to. And that's pretty much it. Just a slide showing you the APHA. We have 26,000 members, and we get all the work done with about 75 staff members. So we do a lot with a little, and we are here to assist you in any way possible. So if you have any questions for the membership team, you can reach us at the phone number on the screen, as well as the email membership.mail@apha.org, and we will be happy to assist you with any questions you may have. So is there any questions? We open up to the crowd right now. If anybody has any specific questions for me. I see one. I'm curious if APHA has a group of communities for members from us. Yes, we do. I don't have the one specifically, but we do within LEAD. If you once you log into LEAD, you'll see the drop down of over 200 some communities. And you definitely will have different segments. Like I said, in the ones with underserved, on the screen earlier, we have if we don't have a community, we definitely have caucuses that cater to those areas. Where's the screen? Yeah, so right here, sexuality, we have the LGBTQ community health caucus. We have, what else? The Black Caucus of Health Workers. They are very good group. Organized, I forgot the chair who runs it. She's a doctor out of Houston. And they actually have very great events and parties at annual meeting each year. But yes, that's a very good caucus. And like I said, this is the whole list. You can find more information on the website and actually figure out how to actually join any of the caucuses. That word always tears me up. It's such a tongue twister. Yep, thank you, Marsha. She just dumped it in, so you'll be able to find some information on that.
I'll add. So I attended APHA. I was a maternal and child health section fellow.
Mhm.
So that's what I did during my grad school years. And I also presented at the conference when it was in San Diego. I went to a lot of the events, one of them being the Black Caucus of Health Workers. I did go to that event. It was very, very fun. I wasn't able to go to any of the parties because the section had dinners, but I'm sure there were lots of fun too. So it's definitely a great opportunity if you are able to go. If you have a presentation that is accepted by APHA, you can look into different offerings that CUNY SPH has. We do offer a travel award, and then the Student Government Association also has different scholarships that you might be able to apply for and to go. So just keep that in mind as well.
Yep. And are there ways for students to volunteer at APHA? Of course, there's plenty of ways. We actually have, like I said, the Campus Liaison Program. We have different leadership positions within Student Assembly. We actually, the chair of the Student Assembly is actually serves on our executive board. And as you can imagine, that is a great source of networking, being amongst some seasoned veterans in the field. But yes, there's plenty of opportunities to get the volunteer at APHA. Even when I think I mentioned earlier about the abstracts, you can volunteer to review abstracts. It's so many different ways to volunteer at APHA that you can find on our website, but we can steer you in the right direction if you want to email me if you have a specific area of interest that you're considering, and I can lead you in the right direction. Any other questions? I know I threw a lot at you all. I think I covered just about every area, but if there's anything else that I didn't cover, feel free to ask questions.
Damon, I'm looking at the questions from the registrations,
Mhm.
just ones that maybe haven't been covered, but one of the questions asked about ways to get involved at the local NYC level with fellow members, if there's a way to connect with members in specific regions. Is that possible?
Yes, well, it's two ways. The easiest way, if you're already a member, is through LEAD. So some of the communities they have are state-based. So you could join the New York community and talk to people through there. And then we also have affiliates. And Marsha just dumped the link in there in the chat, and how you can reach out to state and regional affiliates. So they have their separate membership. So you would have to join that separately outside of your APHA membership. But it's comprised of a lot of APHA members, but that's how you would get involved more on the local level. Anything else?
If you do have questions afterwards, again, we'll be sending out this information, the slides and the recording for you all. Please check your SPH student email for that activation email. It would only go to that specific email. And I do see another question in the chat.
Yeah,
I'll let you all.
meeting registration is not closed yet. Registration, we take actually on-site registrations. So I think we have another deadline coming where it's a price increase. Advanced registration, is that Marsha, is that coming up or is that already passed?
The advanced registration deadline passed back in September 26th. Right now, we're on the late registration.
Yeah, but you definitely can still attend. Registration is definitely still open. Like I said, we take people up until on site. We'll sign you up and get you right on in.
And just to be specific, the late registration is from September 27th to November 11th. For students registration as members is $350. And for November 12th to the 15th, on-site for students is actually $390. I'm sorry, it's $350.
And as far as next year, yeah, we usually open registration. I think this year we opened registration in June. So yeah, but we send out a lot of save the dates. Like I said, I don't know the specific date for Minneapolis next year, but it should be on the website. It's usually late October, early November every year. All right. Any other questions?
I'm adding the link to our registration page so you guys can have an idea of dates and fees.
And also, like, if you also want to think about attending next year, definitely join those communities and LEAD and student assembly and sign for newsletter, because that's where you'll get information on scholarships and grants. And you want to jump on those as soon as possible. They go quickly. And different sections also have different scholarships as well.
Okay, if we don't have any other questions, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, Damon and Marsha, for being here. This has been extremely informative. And for those that are attending, again, if you have any questions about activating your account, or maybe you can't find your email, please let us know so we can help you out with that. And look out for a follow-up email after this event, the information shared.
Yeah, and I just dumped my email in the chat. You can, Marsha, if you can dump yours or the membership email in the chat. Feel free to reach out to us if any questions. Like I said, if we can't answer them, we'll definitely point you in the right direction.
Thank
I
you.
think it's March, it's supposed to be March. Hold on, I think we both put it in wrong. Hold on. Is it? Mine is dot. You forgot the dot. It should be dot.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Between my first and middle name is dot.
And I'll share your emails,
Okay.
in the follow-up email as well. So
All right.
I'll do
Sounds
that
good.
too. Okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day.
Thanks for having us. Bye.